sale from Toolcrafter802 on eBay.com is a Ziegler Tool Company floating collet chuck. So they're primarily used in the tailstock of a metal lathe and used in conjunction with a collet. They are inserted into the tailstock of the metal lathe, and they provide allowance for differential between headstock and tailstock misalignment, axial misalignment. This is of particular importance to gunsmiths because they're often working with pre-bored rifle barrels, and when chambering the rifle barrel, they need to ensure that their chamber reamer floats and follows the axis of the bore and has minimal influence from the axis of the tailstock, which may be misaligned, and in most cases usually it's next to impossible to get your tailstock of your metal lathe perfectly aligned with that of the headstock. So the way that this system works is these are shop crafted LX collets that are for the Ziegler floating head, and one has 1/4 inch bore to receive rimfire chamber reamers, and the other one is 7/16 bore for standard centerfire rifle chamber reamers. And I don't have a centerfire rifle chamber reamer. I have a shouldering cutter that's 7/16 diameter to insert into the collet to show you. What these collets also have is in the square positive drive there are set screws which allow you to lock on any flats that may exist on the tail end of the chamber reamer that you'll be using. And that square will insert into the collet seat and provides a positive lockup between the collet and the collet seat. And you put on a nut here which tightens down on the collet and locks the whole system into place. I milled some flats onto the collet nose nut because the knurling is pretty beat up and the original spanner wrench holes have been slipped up pretty well, so there's some flats milled, wrench flats. The collets that I had designed offer the 4-position set screw lock, but they are also split at 90-degree angles, which allows some collapse. It is not recommended to collapse these collets on an empty bore, meaning to insert and to collapse the collet with no tool chucked in, because you may collapse the steel fingers of the collet, which will make tool insertion difficult for future use. So, anyways, this is what's being offered up. You'll be going to the highest bidder on eBay. eBay auctions last 7 days. Don't let it slip away. Oftentimes auction bidders will wait until the last final moments of an auction to place their bid, and just be aware of that when you're placing your bid to ensure that you are a success.